Grand Rising Kings and Queens, send my strength, my love, and my courage. We set the standard, we raised the bar. I just wanted to come and make a video. I took a couple days off just thinking, just gathering my thoughts and some different things, putting some different things in order. Friday, I got to see my kids. It was great. I went and picked them up, did their hair, got them dressed, and I took them out to my mom's house, and we just hung out and relaxed for a little, for quite a while. It was so good to see my kids after the whole little mental break thing or whatever you want to, after I took some time to get myself together. It was really much needed to see my kids. It did bring up a little bit of dang, yeah, but seeing my kids was just like that little extra motivational push that I didn't even really need, but it was just a reminder, my kids really can rely on me to get things taken care of, to make sure I hold stuff down. And Friday was just another reminder that when you are a dad that is doing things for your kids in their life, there's so much value in that. A trying dad is far more valuable than a dad that's just there just to be there. And I've never just been there just to be there for my kids, but being away from them just kind of made me reappreciate all the little things of being a parent. And I miss living with my kids. I do. I hate this time. I hate that we have to adjust like this the way we do, but we are adjusting. And it was so rewarding to be able to have conversations with my kids after not seeing them for a while. And they are old enough to see what's going on, to see how different it is without me. And that doesn't the whole point of that isn't just to be if I wasn't doing my job as a dad, this would be a completely different situation. And man, I'm glad I've been doing the right stuff. I'm glad I did right by my kids. I always have, but it's I just missed a couple of weeks away from my kids, and they were so excited to see me. I was talking to them about some stuff. I asked them how they where they're gonna live. They're gonna have new brothers and sisters or whatever. So I was just asking them, are you guys excited? I got mixed reviews. My son, he don't really, I'm not gonna say he don't care, you know what I mean, but he's not able to take this in for everything that it's worth. To him, he just is trying to play and have fun, and that's a good thing that he's just not caught up in the middle of it. As far as the negative stuff that was going on, my youngest daughter Rael, she is super excited about her little brother and sister. She's like, I get a new brother and a new sister, and it's funny, her little reaction. My oldest daughter, she is not excited about it. She is the one that I'm not gonna say I'm worried about, but I have to really do this right for my oldest daughter especially. I got to do it right in general, but my oldest daughter right now is at such a, she's about to be 12 this year. She's just at a pivotal point, and I just need her to know she's still a kid. I love her. I appreciate her for being able to step up the way she has during this time and help her mom. But a conversation I do want to have with mom is we still got to make sure Araya is a kid. We got to afford her the luxury to not be, a little parent because of our shortcomings, so to speak. For me, when I lived with my kids, you know, I would have Araya like clean up or straighten up stuff after I have straightened up. You know what I mean? Like, this is the standard, this is the example, and we just move from there. So I don't know. It was frustrating, some of the things, you know, me and the kids talked about, but this is, you know, like I told my kids, the only thing that we can do right now is just adjust. That's all we can do. I'd let them know I was proud of them for adjusting to the way that they have. And all we can do is just keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like, this is not stopping what's going on. And, you know, the only way that we could go through this, or, you know, like, you got to get over some things to get through some things. So we're just going to adjust. But, you know, I don't like that my kids, like, it sucks adjusting still to not living with my kids. 2 weeks was not enough time to fully let it all set in. You know, I don't know how long this is going to take to set in, or, you know, not set in, that's the wrong word. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to, like, not be sad that I'm not going to be living with my kids full time. That's just my preference. I love living with my kids. It's the whole body of work, but it's like the little things. Getting off of work. So I just understand I won't ever live with my kids full time again, and it sucks, but I guess time is making it better. I don't know. Like I said, it's an adjustment period. And we've done a great job. I let my kids know, you know, they can call me. I'm going to call them for sure. It just, man, it's just different. Took 2 weeks to myself, and it really helped. It really got me into a great mental spot. I've been going to the gym, staying busy, working, you know, doing different things to stay busy, continuing to make income. But being away from my kids was tough. It was, even after, like, I had dropped them off, there was a day, you know, after I had saw them, and I was just like rethinking about stuff with me and the mom. You know, just like, dang, man, we really changed a whole lot of stuff. You know, I say we, even though I don't agree with everything that has happened, we played a part in this, and we don't have to be good for each other, but we have to be better for our kids, especially communicating in front of them. That is just one thing that I forgive myself for, but it's just like, that is one thing I'm just like, man, as a dad that has daughters, it's just not cool. But it's not the end of the world, and my kids don't hold no crows. You know, they're not upset with me about anything that I had said to their mom. Even though they don't maybe know why me and mommy are talking to each other like that. Like, my kids understand that this is not their fault. I've made that abundantly clear. This is not their fault. Me and mommy have a problem, and me and mommy have to fix that. So I'm just going to continue to do what's been working for me, because I've been doing a lot of good things. You know, this is a big deal. This is life-changing, and man, like I said in the last couple of videos, I'm glad I just did this by myself and for my kids. No complications, just focusing on me, and I'm a better man for it. I've been doing a lot of good, beneficial things, but it's been a balance act, you know. And as we continue to just find a better routine, a better way to continue to live and be happy and just continue to adjust. That's a big word, because everything right now in my life is adjusting. And we're past a lot of the painful, hurtful things. I just wish now for just more mature communication between me and my kid's mother. Of course, I lead by example. But it, like, on her end, it's going to come around. It's just, she's still trying to communicate to an old version of me. And this new version of me, like, I'm not accepting any disrespect. You got to speak to me like you got some sense, and that's for anybody. Just don't like the way she tries to communicate sometimes, but I understand that maybe she is adjusting more than what I would have given her credit for. And that's just a part of being mature, saying, I don't know what's going on, I just know everybody's got something going on, and I want her to be, happy. I want her to be successful, because ultimately her being happy and being successful should make my job easier. So that's my outlook on it all. No ill will, no bad intentions. I done came too far to start trying to conjure up little things I got to continue to do what I got to do for my kids. They see me now more than ever. They always have. And I got different doors that are about to open, because I've been consistent and disciplined, and I'm not going to be the reason why doors aren't opening up in my life anymore. I put in the hard work, and these are one of those fruits of my labors, is God is opening up different doors for me, and I am just making sure I'm in the right mindset, spiritually, physically, and mentally, to do what I need to do to continue to succeed, not only for me but for my kids. We are close to the best version of me, or a much better version of me, and it took time to get here. And I'm not here to play. I'm not here to waste any time. I'm here to take off and go do what I got to do. And the rest is going to be history, and I'm making history. But I love you guys. I'm about to get onto the highway. We set the standard. We raised the bar one day at a time, one thing at a time. If it was easy, everybody would be doing this stuff. Everybody would be writing another bestseller book about how to, I just hope the younger guys, the younger people can just see, things are going to happen in your life at all points of your life, beyond your control. And sometimes all you can do is just adjust. Sometimes all you can do is accept that you have to move on without people that you thought you might spend the rest of your life with. You're going to lose friends that you thought you would be cool with forever. This isn't just about love. There's going to be friends and family that let you down or make mistakes and do things along the way, and you're like, we just don't align anymore. And it sucked, it hurt. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with this girl. I really did. This is just a girl that I was saying I love you to a couple of months ago, and now we're strangers. And it's odd, it's so weird and different, but you cannot make people love you, respect you, want to be with you. And if you could, would you want to? People got to make a decision to choose you, just like you choosing them. And the right person is not going to they're just going to come in and bring so much value. And that's all I'm holding my hat on. Is I've went through so much of this journey. I don't even have a whole lot more of a healing process left to do. I just need to get back outside and start, living life. Because now I'm to that point where like I'm healed and I'm like, stuff is just weird. Like, you try to just be friends with people and you just see, you know what I mean? Like, you just noticing different things because I'm just aware or mindful that you gotta just, people know what they're doing. Everybody doesn't know, but you present yourself correctly and whole, and if people don't match the energy, you just gotta move on. And you start to see, like, you get your hopes up less when you stop having these big expectations out of people and you just accept them for what they show you and how they, how they present themselves to you. But I love you guys. Be safe. We set the standard. We raised the bar. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys.